Hi everybody, it's Bubbly4041 and I'm back with another video. I apologize in the lack of video content recently. I had a pretty crazy fall and Christmas time, but I'm here now. I'm going to show you my combined fall of 2019 and Christmas 2019 model horse collection. So I'm going to go ahead and show you those models in this video. I will have more videos coming out soon, including a 2020 collection tour and model horses that I received for my birthday. Those will be separate. If I combine those in this video, it would be a really long video. It's going to be a long video as it is, so buckle up and get ready. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you models that I've acquired in the past couple months that I haven't showed you all yet. I'm going to start with models that I got fairly early on in the fall and then work our way to the most recent models to and around Christmas of 2019. A lot of my models that I got were stones. My collection is more stones than it is Breyers. I'm very specific about the Breyers that I collect now. Specific about stones as well, but a little bit less so than Breyers. And let's get started. So first up, we have this guy. This is a Stone Limited Run Ideal Stock Horse from 2014. His original finish name is Dreammaker Shadow. He was a run of 14 models, 5 of which were mapped. He is the mapped version, and I do not know how many of those mapped models were glossy, so he may be even less than 5 that were glossed, but he is at least of 5 models that were mapped of this run. He is not really customized. He's the short mane, long tail version of the Ideal Stock Horse mold, but he is a really nice color, and that's what grabbed me about him. I saw him on model horse sales pages a couple months ago and did not get him at that point, and then somebody was selling him on Instagram, so I grabbed at that offer. I just really kind of regretted not getting him a couple months before, so I messaged the person and she offered him to me for a pretty good deal, and I was able to bring him home. So I'm pretty excited to add him to my collection. He does bring my stone conga up to, my stone Ideal Stock Horse conga up to 8, which is pretty exciting. It's my largest conga that I have. Just going over some of the details, he just has really nice mapping all the way around. The nice stone eyes as always. High white markings kind of in the back there. And the biggest flaw that he has is he has a little gray spot, and I'll show it to you, on his socks on this side. Stockings on the back here. A couple things under the gloss, but that happens with glossy models. Nothing too big. But he does have kind of those gray spots on the white under the gloss on this leg. He has had a bath. I don't know really how to remove them. I don't want to damage him. So I think I'm just going to leave them. I mean, they're on his offside. They shouldn't be too noticeable. And I might be able to cover them up with like a leg tag or something. We'll see. But other than that, he's a really nice model. I'm happy to add him to my collection. And his show name is going to be Smoky Mountain Mystery. That is the name that he came with, and he does have a couple man cards too. And I'm pretty excited to add him to my collection. So that is him. Alright, this is the next model. This is a 2014 as well. Stone One of a Kind Morgan. His original finish name is Cavalier. I have renamed him King of Thieves. And he's really nice. He's a lot more red than he is portrayed in the camera, but he's a really nice shaded silver bay, dappled silver bay. So a lot of really nice dapples going on. And hind socks there. Oops, sorry. Hind socks there with striping. The nice kind of twisted flowing tail. And his mane is flipped right there, which is pretty cool. Good, really nice model. He's one of those horses that I browse model horse sales pages and eBay pretty consistently, at least daily, for stones and things, and I don't really have any model specifically. I have molds and colors and patterns on those molds and customizations that I'm kind of looking for in the back of my head, and if they do pop up for a decent price, a price that I feel like I can handle, then I do offer on them and get them sometimes. So he was one of those cases. I've been looking for a nice Stone Morgan in a fairly realistic color that I feel like could show well, and he kind of fit the bill. So I'm really excited to add him to my collection. He has photos shown successfully for me really well. He's gotten first in a couple of different shows in the Morgan classes, and I am excited to hopefully take him to a live show at some point this year. So that is him. Next up, we're moving kind of to the small side. This is my second Stone Pebbles and my first Stone Pebbles Arabian. He is a nice dark bay, 4 white socks and a blaze. He has a turned neck and a turned head, a different mane, and a different tail as well. It kind of comes down and puddles right there and splits. He has a couple things under his gloss. Nothing too majorly noticeable, but it is there. That's really the biggest flaw that he has. I got a really good deal on him, I think, price-wise. And he is a stallion as well. I can't remember if I mentioned, his original finished name was Waterford Crystal. He was made in 2013. They do not know, there's no exact amount of him that were made, but he was a limited run from that year, and I've decided to rename him Princeton. So that is him. Alright, so moving on to my last model horse purchase of the fall of 2019, and then we'll kind of go on to Christmas models. So this is my most expensive model horse purchase to date, and probably my favorite model horse purchase of 2019. And that is this guy. This is Shaden. That was his original finished stone name. He is a 2019 one-of-a-kind by Audrey Dixon, and he is amazing. I really love the customizations that this model has, and again, it's one of those situations where I've been wanting a horse on this mold for some time, but not just any horse. It had to be, you know, really grab me with the color and the customizations, and he certainly did. He has a really kind of crazy flowing mane, which is awesome. And his tail is flowing as well. And he's this really nice silvery chocolate flaxen kind of color. Really awesome dapples that go all the way from his barrel to his hindquarters, but don't look, you know, overly extravagant. They're just there and they blend in really nicely. He does have a peg in his hoof, which I think makes him a little bit more performance friendly, which I don't really do performance, but I do think it helps. And he looks a little bit more anatomically correct that way. And he has the forelock that is split in two. Really nice eyes, and his markings are also etched, which is really, really nice. As you can see, the etching details there. And this is his other side. Again, a really nice model. And he has etching on his leg markings as well. So that is him. I'm really happy to add him to my collection, whether he shows well or not. I know that this is a mold that sometimes does and sometimes doesn't, but I really love him a lot, and I'm happy that he's in my collection whether he shows well or he does not. And I am excited to get him to a show hopefully soon. So that is him. I've decided to call him Love Story as his show name, and his barn name is going to be Romeo. It's a really nice guy. Alright, so moving on to models that I got for Christmas. I only got one model horse on the day of Christmas. I'll show you that one next. And then I got a couples that were right around Christmas time. So this is, well, I guess I should say I got two models on Christmas. This came with the other model. I wasn't expecting her to come with it, but it was just a nice little surprise. This is Guinevere. She's the first release of the 2019 Stalemate Club. And she's just a really nice pearly Palomino on the Generation 1 Morgan Mayer mold. And she's really cute. I'm excited to have her. I wasn't really expecting her, so it was a nice surprise. And she's in pretty good condition, so that was a cute surprise to the gift. And I've decided to call her show name is Flair Extraordinaire. And then the actual stone model that I got is this guy. I've decided to call him Ferraro, but his original finished name was either Ambassador or The Ambassador. I can't remember which one it was. He is a 2016 one-of-a-kind stone and illusion. The stone reference site, I think, lists him as a seal bay, but I see him more as a dappled city buckskin. He does have dapples. They're pretty subtle. A little bit less subtle on his hindquarters there. You can can see. And he has a really nice lattice work on his mane. He's just a solid guy. Really nice model. He's my first Stone and Illusion. I like him a lot. Again, you know, I would only get certain colors and customizations on this mold, I think, that really grabbed me. But he was just really nice. So that is him. He's a really nice guy. I don't have a lot of stone, certainly don't have a lot of stone Spanish models in my collection, but I don't have a lot of Spanish models to begin with. So really excited to add another one to my collection. And that is him. So moving on, we have this guy next. I did end up taking part in the Collectors Club special offer that they do on Christmas morning, and that happened to be a Gambler's Choice Zebra in 4 different color variations, but you could also get the coal model, like they've done in recent past. You could get a green, a gold, a red, or a blue zebra, or you could get the coal piece. The regular colors, these guys, were one of 500 in each color, and then the coal was one of 12. I was not lucky enough to get the coal piece, but I did pull the green. Not my favorite color, but it is my sister's favorite color, so that was kind of funny. You know, I let her open it. So this is, I've decided to call her Spearmint. The only flaw that she really has is that mark right there in the green. Other than that, not really a whole lot of flaws with her. And I'm just going to hang on to her for a little while, at least. Might sell her later on, but holding on to her for now. And she's pretty cute. Alright, so to kind of go along with her, on the same day I received this other model that I will show you now. I ended up getting an Ambrose. He is a special run limited to 350 pieces, produced by Breyer. He was, the go live date for him was either the 27th or the 28th, I can't remember, of December. I ended up purchasing him during my lunch break at work, and I'm glad that I did because he was sold out by the end of my lunch break. Really popular model. I was pretty fortunate. Mine has a few flaws that I'll show you, but he did not come with any significant flaws. There were some that were really shipped and packaged badly and had significant ear tip rubs or other marks on them. He's not too bad. He's not perfect, but he's not too bad. I really love this color, especially on this mold, but the color combination is a really cool color that they haven't really done before. And I do think they executed it fairly well. So he's kind of a silver, like a dark silver bay, pretty extreme blanket Appaloosa. He has a lot of really nice dapples. See if we can focus for you there. That go all the way up to kind of his neck there. And a lot of intricate Appaloosa markings. And my guys, his markings are pretty crisp. I haven't noticed a lot of areas that aren't really crisp on him. The shading in the mane and tail is really nice. He has the mottling around his eyes, muzzle, and genitalia that is pretty accurate for an Appaloosa. And he has the striped hooves as well. So really nice guy. And there's his mane too. It does say Special Edition Breyer on his stomach. And his biggest flaws that he has, I'll see if I can show them to you. Right there, you can kind of see that spot. That almost looks like there should be a Appaloosa spot there, but there's not. I haven't tried giving him a bath yet, so I am going to do that and see if that helps take anything away. He does have some black dots in the white right there. And the biggest flaw, it's really small, but the biggest flaw to me was that mark, that scratch right there on his cheek. Yeah. I'm going to try to fix that up, try to cover it up. Other than that, he doesn't really have ear tip rubs like a lot of them did, and his markings are really quite crisp and quite nice, and his dapplings were quite nice. So I'm really happy to have him in my collection, and my show name for him is going to be Divine by Design. So I have one last model to show you. I actually got him before Christmas, but he's a really nice guy. Decided to save him for last. And that is this guy. This is the 2019 Collectors Club Appreciation model, one of 5 that you could receive. This is Glossy Verdades. I don't know if that's how you say his name or not. He was the only one of the Glossies that I really wanted. I like this horse and matte, and I, of course, had to have him Glossy because I like Glossy over anything. And I have a really nice breed, I think, picked out for him, and he was just kind of a must-have. I did end up purchasing him on the secondhand market. I was about half an hour to 20 minutes late trying to get in on the event, and it was sold out by then, which is crazy. I think it sold out within 28 minutes, which is insane. I did end up doing the second offer, so I will be getting another one of 4, I think, Glossy models offered in May of 2019. 2020, excuse me. Getting used to it being the new year. So I will be getting one of those guys randomly shipped, but I had to have this guy. So this is Glossy Verdades. He does have a couple flaws, unfortunately. The biggest ones, not too many on this side. I think there was maybe a spot somewhere that looked like it could be washed off. He's a really, really glossy guy, though. And then on this side, he does have that little mark right there on his barrel. You can kind of see. Doesn't really want to focus too well. And he has another mark on his barrel as well. He has a couple flaws on this side. Nothing crazy. A slight ear tip rub on this ear. You can kind of see it. But other than that, his markings are really quite crisp. His white markings. I was quite happy about that. And this marking is as well. Really, he's a nice guy. I'm really glad to have him in Glossy. I'll probably give him another bath, see if that helps with anything. And it does have a custom metal stand, because I do not trust at all the Breyer plastic stands. So he's a really nice guy. I'm glad to have him in my collection. I'm glad to hopefully show him. He's really awesome. His show name is going to be Take a Chance. I had a matte one of these guys, and I did end up selling him, because of course I had to have the Glossy, but that's what I would have named the matte one. And I did have a matte one earlier this year for a little while, but he was really leany and I didn't really like his condition, so I'm glad to have a Glossy guy to replace him. We'll leave him right there, and that is the models that I got for the fall of 2019 and Christmas of 2019. As mentioned earlier, I will have a collection tour video coming out soon, as well as a birthday model video. And if you guys have any video suggestions for me, please let me know. I'm always open to doing new videos that you guys want to see, anything relating to my model horse collection or model horse showing. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye, guys.